In this video, we're going to be performing a science experiment involving 2 cups of lukewarm water and several tablespoons of salt. At the end, we're going to figure out what the salt does to the temperature of one of the cups by comparing them with a thermometer. Okay, so we have 2 lukewarm cups here containing lukewarm water, and we're going to transfer the water back and forth to ensure that they're at the same temperature. Okay. And now, what we're going to do next is we're going to add several tablespoons of salt over here into just one of the cups, so we can gauge the temperature difference. Okay. And then we're going to be stirring as we do so, as we continue to add the salt. Okay, we're now going to add a bit more, 2nd tablespoon. And as you can see, the salt is beginning to become concentrated at the bottom of this cup because it's now exceeded the limit of concentration in this wire. Okay, and we're going to add 1 final tablespoon of salt. Okay, and after we finish stirring here, what we're going to do next is we're going to place a thermometer here into both of these cups to gauge the temperature difference. Okay. And just to get a general idea for the temperature before we do that, I'm going to place both of these cups to my cheeks here, which are very temperature sensitive, to see if there's a difference. Make sure the one isn't wet. Okay, so indeed it feels like the cup containing the salt is slightly cooler than the cup on the right. The difference is very subtle, I might say. It's kind of hard to tell, but there is a slight cold coming off of the salt cup. Okay, now to confirm this, we're going to use the thermometer and we're going to place it directly into the cup containing the salt. Now, it might take a little bit of time to register the temperature decrease here. Right now it's sitting at around 23.1, now down to 22.8 degrees Celsius, which is equal to around 72 or 73 degrees Fahrenheit. So let it go down a little bit more here. So this is still around or a little bit below room temperature. Okay, yes, you can see all of that salt is collected down there at the bottom of the cup. Looks like snow there at the bottom. And now down to 22.6. Okay, now we're going to go over to the other cup, and we're going to see if there's a temperature difference as we observed. So already, we see it's gone up slightly to 22.8. We'll see if this continues. Okay. And now it's at 23.1 Celsius. So if you gave this a lot of time, now 23.3, if you gave this thermometer more time to continue to warm up in this cup, you would probably find that it's going to level out around maybe 24 degrees Celsius. So that is actually slightly warmer than the other cup. You can see it's now 23.6 degrees Celsius. So this shows the results of our experiment here involving the salt cup, which we found to be slightly cooler than the cup containing no salt. And the chemical reason for this is because salt is a solute in the water. It's a thing that we're dissolving inside. And as a general rule, solutes tend to lower the overall temperature of a complete solution or liquid like the water itself. Because of their properties, they tend to get in the way of the other molecules and atoms in the water or the solvent. So yeah, the salt is getting in the way of the water and thus is lowering the overall temperature. Now over here, we just have the water, so there's nothing to get in the way, and we have a normal 24 degrees Celsius cup. Okay, and that's the experiment for chemistry involving a cup containing salt and the temperature differences between lukewarm water.